The hardware store fell deathly silent as Karen Thompson slammed her receipt onto the counter, her manicured nail stabbing at the crumpled paper. 15 cents, she hissed, her face flushing a dangerous crimson. You overcharged me by 15 cents. Her voice sliced through the air, sharp enough to make every head in Harper's Hardware snap toward us. She jabbed a finger at my name tag Jake, part-time cashier, and sneered. This is what's wrong with kids today. Lazy, incompetent, can't even do basic math. Her words echoed off the shelves of paint cans and tool racks, and I felt the weight of every customer's stare boring into me. It was a sluggish Tuesday afternoon, and I was 30 minutes from clocking out after 8 months of working part-time at Harper's. I knew Karen the second she strutted in, her heels clicking like a metronome. She wasn't just any customer, she was the president of Willow Creek's HOA, infamous in our neighborhood for wielding her power like a sledgehammer. Rumor had it she'd measure your lawn with a ruler and slap you with a violation notice if your grass was a quarter-inch too tall. She'd dictate mailbox colors, ban unapproved shrubs, and once tried to fine my neighbor for a non-compliant birdhouse. Today, she had her 7-year-old daughter, Emily, in tow, a quiet kid clutching a juice pouch, her eyes fixed on the floor as her mom rummaged through the clearance aisle. I greeted Karen with my usual smile. Good afternoon, ma'am. Find everything okay? She didn't even look up, just dumped a discounted garden trowel and a bag of potting soil on the counter. I scanned them, applied the clearance discount, and turned the screen toward her. That'll be due law 22.85, I said, polite as always. That's when her eyes narrowed to slits. She whipped out her phone, pulled up the store's weekly ad, and shoved it in my face. This trowel is listed at due law 7.50. You charge me due law 7.65. You're ripping me off, she snapped, her tone dripping with accusation. I glanced at the register, then her phone. Ma'am, the base price is due law 9, and the 15 fan tram clearance discount brings it to due law 7.65. The ad probably rounded down for simplicity, I explained, keeping my voice steady. But Karen wasn't buying it. Her face twisted, and her voice climbed an octave. Do you think I'm an idiot? I'm the HOA president. I manage budgets worth thousands. I know when someone's trying to scam me. Behind her, the line of customers shifted uncomfortably. An older guy checked his watch, clearly annoyed, but Karen was oddly VYS, launching into a tirade about customer care VYC standards and how young people have no respect. She demanded my manager, but before I could hit the intercom, she leaned in, her voice venomous. I've seen you around the neighborhood, Jake. Your parents' yard is a mess. Are they as useless as you? My cheeks burned as customers gawked. She didn't stop, dragging a 2-minute transaction into a 20-minute public shaming. She questioned my intelligence, my work ethic, even my upbringing, all over 15 cents. Little Emily tugged at her mom's sleeve, whispering, Mommy, can we go? Karen shushed her sharply. Not now, sweetie. Mommy's teaching this boy a lesson about honesty. My manager, Tom, finally arrived, his face a mask of concern. What's the issue, ma'am? He asked, his tone diplomatic. Karen spun on him, ranting about the outrageous overcharge like she'd uncovered a Ponzi scheme. Tom listened, then nodded. I understand, ma'am. Our system calculated the discount correctly, but I'll adjust the price and refund the 15 cents to resolve this. Karen's eyes hardened. It's not about the money, she said, her voice icy. It's the principle. This kid tried to cheat me, and I want him disciplined. By now, she was blocking the checkout, and the line had swelled to 8 people. Some customers abandoned their carts, Leah VYing tools and paint cans on nearby shelves. Then Karen escalated. She yanked out her phone and started recording. I'm exposing this store's incompetence, she declared, her voice booming. Everyone will know how you treat loyal customers. Her accusations grew wilder. She claimed I'd deliberately jacked up the price, that I was stealing from customers daily, that Harper's was running a scam. She slammed her hand on the counter, shouting, Fire this kid now, or I'll make sure everyone knows what a crooked business you run, and I'll see to it he never works in this town again. Tom's face tightened. He caught my eye, then stepped away, pulling out the store phone. I thought he was Leah VYing me to fend for myself, but I saw him speaking quietly, his back to us. Meanwhile, customers were filming too, and our security cameras caught every angle. Karen didn't notice, too busy lecturing me about accountability. Emily pressed against her mom's leg, tears streaking her face. "My mommy's the HOA president," she mumbled to me, as if it justified the chaos. "She makes all the rules." I gave her a small nod, my heart aching for her. 10 minutes later, 2 police officers walked through the automatic doors. Karen's expression flickered from fury to confusion. "Officers, thank goodness," she said, pivoting to VYTIM mode. "This cashier's been overcharging customers, and the manager won't do anything." The senior officer, a calm woman, asked Karen to step aside for a private talk. Karen refused, pointing at me. "No, he's the one you should arrest for theft. I'm the Willow Creek HOA president, and I demand justice." Emily was sobbing now, clinging to her mom's leg as the tension spiked. The officers exchanged a glance. "Ma'am," the woman said, "we've got reports of a disturbance. Witnesses say you threatened an employee. Please calm down and step aside." But Karen was unhinged. "This is absurd. I'm being persecuted for standing up for my rights. Do you know who I am? I can have your jobs." That was the final straw. The male officer stepped forward. "Ma'am, you're under arrest for causing a public disturbance and making verbal threats. You have the right to remain silent." As he read her Miranda rights, the store went quiet, every eye on Karen. Her face paled, the fight draining out of her. "You can't be serious," she whispered. But when the handcuffs came out, she erupted again. "This is outrageous. All over 15 cents? This is police brutality. I'll sue this store, the city, everyone." Emily wailed as a kind, older woman stepped forward to comfort her. The officers led Karen outside, still yelling about injustice, while they radioed for someone to pick up her daughter. Tom put a hand on my shoulder. "You okay, Jake? You handled that like a pro." I nodded, my hand still shaky. The police took my statement, along with others from customers and the security footage. They assured me I'd done nothing wrong and praised my calm. As I left, my coworker, Sam, clapped me on the back. "You know," he said, "Karen tried to shut down my cousin's lemonade stand last summer. Said a 9-year-old needed a business license. She's been terrorizing everyone." Later, I heard Karen was charged with disorderly conduct and making criminal threats. She faced a DULA $2,500 fine and possible community, SARE VYC. The judge wasn't impressed, especially since she'd acted that way in front of Emily. But the real blow came when the HOA board held an emergency meeting and voted unanimously to oust her as president, citing conduct unbecoming of a leader. A board member said Karen just stood there, mouth agape, as her reign of petty tyranny crumbled all over 15 cents. Some prices aren't on a receipt, but they hit harder than any fine. Karen's crown fell, and I couldn't help but wonder how far her need for control would take her next. What do you think? Was Karen's meltdown just about the 15 cents, or was it something deeper? Should the store have pressed harder for consequences, or was her arrest enough? And what about Emily? How do you think this will affect her? Drop your thoughts below, hit that like button if you felt the drama, and subscribe for more stories that'll keep you glued.